Yo, what's up?
Yo. It worked.
Alright, cool.
I am going to share screen with you. Let me just grab some water real quick.
Alright.
And do you mind if I like upload this? If it's
I don't mind.
alright, cool.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I haven't uploaded a coaching session in a fucking minute, so I know the boys will be happy.
Alright, dude.
One sec.
I'm ready.
Hopefully it's a good game and you don't fucking
yeah.
in. One sec. Alright. Okay, so first things first, you don't even look at my fucking Evelyn runes. So let's
I do. I copied them from like a long time ago, and then I never changed them because I only changed situational runes for mid lane. That's the only thing I know how to do.
Right. Let's take a look at what I got going on. Actually, let's take a look at what you got. Chrono. What does your name mean? I don't even know what does resonance mean?
It's like different parts of his kit. That's all. Like his
Oh,
passive is
it's
called resonate.
Echo's thing.
Yeah.
Oh, his alt's the resonance thing, right? Or no, it's Chrono Break and his passive.
Is parallel like some sort of resonance. I don't know, some dry resonance.
What was your name before you played Echo?
Topper AFK. That was like 5 years ago. I was a fucking kid.
Jesus Christ. This is the game?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean this isn't
I
bad.
max W when you max W, then I watch and you start maxing E, so max D.
Yeah, so now I run Dark Harvest on her, and I'm doing Emax second. And then I'll usually pick up like a revolver or something, because then like my E damage is like actually ridiculous. Also with
revolver and Dark Harvest.
yeah, like late game, like my E will do like 1500 damage.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. I can just flash E alt and literally kill 3 people with my E and alt, because E was AoE damage, right?
Yeah.
So it hits so hard, it's not even funny. So like the way that I've been building her now, like it doesn't matter what the game is. I probably wouldn't like you're building Zonias because you're gonna die if they get on you, but if they get on you, you're probably gonna die anyway. So
Yeah, that's the first time I ever built Zonias.
yeah, building defensive items on Evelyn is pretty suboptimal just because of the fact that it's like building defensive items on Fiddlesticks, other than Zonia's, because it's like okay, you're in there, like you're gonna probably die anyway. You just want to do as much damage as possible, and if you can't get out with your ultimate, then like being tanky doesn't really matter because you're ulting out anyway,
Yeah.
right? So it's really not too big of a deal. But the way that I play her now is I do the QE, obviously like I said, Dark Harvest, and then I'll buy a revolver.
Seal, right?
Yeah, I go Dark Seal every game too, just because super good item on Evelyn, just because of the nature of the way the games usually go with her. So I'll buy like Hextech Revolver, but I'll never finish it. And then depending on what gold I have, like if I have, or like let's say if I recall, if I recall and I have 1500, I'll buy the flat penetration item. I won't actually buy a revolver there, but I might buy it later. It literally depends on how much gold I have all the time. So like there's like if I back with 1250, I'll buy a large rod because I can turn that into spellbinder. If my next back I only have 850, or like if I only have 1000, I'll go for Aether Wisp, right? Unless I have 1050, then I might go revolver. It's just like you just constantly want to be adding to your AP pool in this champion, especially because you're passive and because her ratios are insane. So
Yeah.
getting like actual items, like I never really understood it before why people were just straight rushing death cap, because on every champ that's pretty fucking stupid, but her ratios are like intense and her passive is like really good the more AP you have. So you can just stay on the map forever if you have a lot of AP, which is really nice. Obviously you don't want to do that, but what I'm trying to say is like I will try to build towards my Dark Harvest / E, because that's the main part of your kit is your E. Your E and your alt are like the main thing. Like the charm is nice, but when you have the Emax second, you're not relying on your charm as much. Like the charm is mainly for early game, uh, the charm is pretty unreliable later on. All you're doing is telling people that you're going. Because like late game, you aren't really gonna get too many charms unless you're playing against complete morons, right? It's pretty hard to like charm
Yeah.
like their carry and then like flash in and get them. Most of the time, you're just gonna flash E ult instantly, like on their carry, because they're not gonna expect it. And yeah, it's basically just the best way to do it.
Okay.
Um,
If you're building around E, then do you go Lich Bane?
yeah,
Lich Bane-
exactly. So if I have a good amount of gold and I'm like already have another item that I want, like sometimes I'll go Revolver into Lich Bane, but the gold has to be right. I don't intentionally try to build towards it. Like I'm not gonna build like a fucking mana crystal because I want a Sheen. But like if the gold is right, I'll get it.
Then like you can still play her well, like being that squishy with Umbrella health.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I mean you're basically all in on that champion anyway. It's like it's a little the same way that I think about like Fiddlesticks, right? You only have like 1,000 HP. Like
Yeah.
you're like level 18, you have like 17 or 1800 HP. If you get caught, you die. But you're just not supposed to get caught on this champion. You have to
Okay.
play around it.
Because this game was really hard for me because mid lane is Zoe one trick and he's on Syndra,
Mhm.
and so he just got like hard stop mid, and I just couldn't do anything. Like I felt like I pathed really well. Like on pause it.
'Kay.
Like I felt like okay, so basically like
Yeah, tell me what you're
go
trying to
to
do this
Scuttle.
game. Tell me what you're trying to
yeah,
do this
okay,
game.
okay. So, like I feel like I can't. Okay, so I do this when I'm against Dom too, because he picks like Kha'Zix against me when I play Evelyn. Like I feel like so what I have to do is I have to start opposite side,
Yeah.
and then wait till he shows up at a scuttle and then go to the opposite scuttle. Or if he like just gets the both right away, then I just farm safe. Like my question is, if I'm against a jungle that beats me in the river, do I start on the same side of him or on the opposite side?
It depends on what lanes you think they're going to play towards. The best thing you can do when you're a shitty champion like Evelyn early is you need to get a ward on both scuttles and then I would just do a full clear, and then as soon as they show up at a scuttle, finish what you're doing and go to the other one. Or like let's just say it's gonna play out like this. I don't know how this is gonna play out. Let's say he does red and he does his birds and then he goes to like top scuttle and you're just full clearing because you don't want to commit to a certain side yet. You want to just be as efficient as possible with the information you have. Let's say you have this warded and this warded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so say you're full clearing, boom, 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 and you see him, as you're doing your wolves, you see him walk over this ward and go for this scuttle. How urgent is it for you to get this scuttle?
Not too urgent. I finish my wolves, then I go to get the scuttle.
Well, do you really have to do that though? Because he's not going to do this scuttle, be level 2.5, and then go all the way back down and do this scuttle, right? His whole top side's up,
I don't
right?
have to secure it right away. I don't have to secure it right away.
Right, especially because he doesn't know what you've done yet. So and depending on how early you get this ward, you'll know if they have it warded or not. But it doesn't matter because it's so out of his way that you don't have to go, oh, gotta get the scuttle now, because if it is warded, then you lose your top side.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see what he's doing, like, okay, he has 8 CS, he's on scuttle, and he just came from right here. So he probably did his his birds, right? It'll depend on the jungler.
Yeah.
If you're playing against like a Jarvan, he might like do like no one plays Jarvan, but it's just the best example because Jarvans don't really clear birds on the first clear most of the time. So they'll do this and they'll show up on this one with 4 CS. So you're like, okay, well his birds are up.
Yeah.
So it all depends on what you want to do, but you know there's no sense of urgency. If he shows up here with 8 CS on this crab, you could probably. You could probably do this and this, and then recall and beeline it to this thing, because he's not just gonna do scuttle. He's gonna do scuttle, go get his 3 off blue, and then he's not just gonna do his gromp and recall. He's not just gonna leave his wolves up, right? He's just not going to do that. He's also not gonna go to his wolves and leave his gromp up. He's gonna look for a gank or something. So you just gotta figure out what the enemy jungler wants to do and play around that, because as soon as he shows up here with these 2 camps down, he's committed to these 3 camps too. Like, more times than not, I would say you're very safe to just go like here, and then recall, and then go to scuttle.
Also, another question: if I just do what you're describing right here, the thing is, he's gonna be at his scuttle. He's gonna be at top side scuttle while I'm still clearing bot side.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say I know he's there, and then I had this question where it's like, okay, well, if I know he's there, then couldn't he just go to my red buff? And I would be late to it, or if he just waits at my red buff and I go there and just kills me, right?
Well, he'll be walking over a ward if he does that.
And then at that point, but okay. So at that point, he's taking his red, and he's taking my red. So the only thing I can do is just take his raptors. That's all, and just concede.
But he hasn't. He's done his raptors. So okay. So he'll get this camp, this camp, he won't be level 3 yet, and you'll be level 3 after you do this.
And then like let's say if I meet him at red buff,
Yeah.
like do I just give it up? That's actually what happened.
Sometimes you. Okay, well we'll see what the state of the lanes are.
Okay.
Obviously, in scenarios where you have to give stuff up, you have to give stuff up, but we'll see exactly what happens.
Which camps do you know to fully charm, and which ones do you just start right away?
If my charm is up, I charm it no matter what.
Okay.
You get like mana refund, so you want to do it as much as possible. Is this Uncle the Trinimir player?
I think so.
I haven't seen him in so long.
Yeah.
Like 2+ years.
Yeah, this game was just like a master game.
Interesting. I thought that guy quit. Alright, let's see what he does. Okay, so we see him on this Scott. Oh, okay.
Yeah. This guy was like, this guy was just.
Okay, so this is a game where I wouldn't do a Scuttle Crab.
Okay.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah, he just wanted to like punish me really hard, and I actually hard out jungled him. It was really unfortunate.
Yeah. Okay, this guy's really weird. Okay, so let's see what you do. I would probably do the same thing what you're doing right now. Yep, everything's good. I would go to red right now. I probably wouldn't fuck with my birds because you know where he can be. I don't know what he does here, but I would probably go to my red.
Just secure. Okay, yeah, I know what you mean.
Just because you know it's harder for him to be there, but I mean, I guess technically he could be there, but you do see him, so.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, this is where this is horrible. And then my midler just starts flaming me here, but it's whatever.
You tunneled a little bit.
Yep, I did.
Unlucky.
It's because he was spamming me like Talon like
yeah.
Chat, so
okay, when you're in this scenario, this is a no-win scenario. Like you don't have flash, and you know he does have flash. I would either just go to gold. Like I would either literally just walk around and go to golems, or I would instantly run to his bottom jungle because you know he hasn't done it.
Yeah. Okay. I went to Krugs here.
Oh my god, I'm so nervous for you here. What the fuck?
Camille tried to ping. She wanted to fight this, but I just told her.
Oh fuck no! Yeah. Like no, they have ignite. No way. But like, even though you're telling her to back off, when you're sitting here, you're telling her to come. Indirectly, you're telling her to come.
True.
Because she's just like, well, why is this fucking idiot standing here if he doesn't want me to come? So you're sitting here thinking like, ooh, maybe he's not going to drag in the bush and I can smite it. That's the only thought that's in your head right now. And
yeah, I just wanted to smite it away. Yeah.
That's never going to happen. Why are they scared? Oh, I'm disappointed in them. You got lucky that he didn't see you here.
Uh-huh.
You are trolling so hard right now. You could just die. You don't even see him right now. Okay. I mean, we kind of lucked out here, but this is really bad because now we're in a spot where you're just going to permanently be behind it in camps. I think your best move here would have just been to run to his bot side. It's really hard to give that stuff up, but when something obvious happens, like Syndra dying, like say Syndra was in her lane, right? Say Syndra and Talon were in her lane and it was even, that would be a scenario where like it would be harder to give up that buff because you're thinking in your head, my lanes can come 3v3, but when your teammate's dead, it's so much easier to just be like, okay, I have to fucking take the L on this one.
And you just walk all the way bot.
Yeah, walk this way where you know you're not going to get spotted. These wards that they have here are all going to be gone by the time you come down here.
Okay.
So you're never going to get spotted, and you're actually going to be up in camps after this. He's going to have your red buff, but if you do this and this, and we already went over this, right? Let's say he takes your red, right? He's not going to recall. He's going to want his topside camps. So you know he's not going to be there no matter what.
Okay.
Unless he's doing some 4,000 IQ shit where he recalls and knows you're countering him and goes here.
And then goes bot side.
That's not going to happen in solo queue. Maybe in like pro play where like people like I would say that wouldn't happen there either, but you're going to actually be up a camp after this if you do this.
Okay.
Well, he did get the scuttles, so I guess technically not, but it's the best way for you not to get hurt here, basically. Because if you look right now, you actually have gold advantage on him. Which you wouldn't think so, because he got both scuttles and your red.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you could have another 2 right here. So let's see what happens.
Oh no, he actually I think he ran straight to his bot side here. He did red and ran straight to his. Oh no, okay, he went top side. It's because I saw him mid, so I thought he went straight to his bot side.
Okay. Your ROM's gonna spawn in like 20 seconds, so you just have to go back bot. I mean, you didn't really get that hurt from that, honestly. It might have been annoying. You might have felt really pressured because like your mid lane died and he came here, but he didn't do anything here, and then he also came in here. So this game might seem annoying at this point in time, but you have to realize that nothing's really happened yet, honestly. So,
Yeah.
Okay, so he's top right now. You're not going to Gromp. You're going to his birds right now. There's no way you ever go to Gromp here. Okay, so this is a missed opportunity.
I'm just farming safe here, yeah, because I'm scared. But
it is.
yeah,
it's safe to invade though. This farming safe would be invading his jungle right now.
What if Talon just if I'm doing Raptors, Talon just swings over and kills me? Like that. Like that's the issue. It's like this. You have to realize this game was fucking terrifying for me. Like my mid lane was just.
Okay. I mean, I would say the only chance of that happening would be if your bot lane was underneath their tower. Because Talon's not gonna fucking roam to this.
Okay.
But basically, your thought process towards the game, I don't know. Were you watching my stream today when I was playing that Vi game when I was against Pantheon?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay. But like, if the enemy jungler is doing something, you have to try to respond to it because when you're just doing your Gromp like this, you're letting the jungler get away. Like you're not even trying to invade here. You're going for a gank even. If they're pushed up to the tower right here, where do you think they have wards?
In the river, but they were spamming because like sums were down, so they were spamming.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I went for it.
Cool. This is nice. Shove it in. Did it get in? All right, nice.
Oh, and then yeah, I get it. Yeah, okay, this is where I capitalize. Like I know he's top side, and I take his Krugs.
Right, but this is about 45 seconds too late.
True, too late. Yeah.
And you know Leona and Caitlyn are coming back, so I wouldn't have done golems here. I would have just went to his birds. This is too risky in my opinion.
Okay. You're right. Yeah, she does fuck with me here. Yeah.
So his birds are still up. Plus, birds are the easiest camp for you to get back to. So if you can full clear the birds, you can time it 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You will know every single time his bird camp is up. Right? Plus, if you're at bird camp, you get a better ward off too. How good is this ward compared to this ward?
That one's a lot better.
Right, so you just get way more value out of that ward.
This is not gonna work.
Yeah, he's level 6. There's no way.
It's just my mid laner's been spamming me all game, so.
Yeah, your mid laner's Zoe one trick not on Zoe, so she should be fucking permanently banned for not dodging.
I agree.
Alright. So far so good, I guess. I would have just punished the jungle a little bit harder, but
yeah.
You're not really that far behind. You're ahead, actually. Nice. Yep, just concede. You're never gonna kill him here. There's no point. Like, there's no point even entertaining this. If he comes and gets it, he comes and gets it. Like, there's literally nothing you're ever gonna be able to do to him here.
Yeah.
Whatever. Fuck this camera, dude. Okay. Alright, so you know where he is right now.
What happens this game is I do end up like I learned from you what you said is only gank top once to get your top laner ahead and then just let them work off that. So I did that this game.
Yeah, you want to create the mismatch. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, I did because like I did that and then my Camille still ended up losing, so it's pretty frustrating.
Well, he got ganked earlier and it looks like that might have done something to his lane. I'm not too sure, but we'll take a look at this. But yeah, I mean, this is a good idea to go for this play because they don't have pinks and you see where Jax is.
I was just checking his top side camps before, because I knew his bot side.
This Renekton's fucking stupid as hell. He just saw you hit the vision plant and he's still extending. Nice. Eat first. That's good.
Yep.
Good. Help him shove out. Top laner has Ignite. You want to help him shove, but you don't want to take any of the farm from him. If you really want this guy to be self-sufficient after that gank, you shove the next one.
Or just...
Yeah, but don't take any of the farm, because he can't shove this next one out. So
Oh, I see.
it just would have been nice, because the guy has ignite. He's not gonna make it in time. You could have shoved another one, in my opinion.
Okay.
I mean, in all honesty, you could have just recalled after that gank, got your jungle item, and then done red and gank top again.
You're right. I could have.
Because you don't need to clear these camps right now to get gold, because you already have enough gold for your item. You only need like 1625. So getting your red buff right now, unless your immediate plan is to go bot, actually doesn't matter, because you're just wasting time on the buff.
I think I wanted boots. I'm not sure. Like, I hate recalling just for jungle item without boots.
Your full jungle item?
Yeah, without boots.
Do you sell your potion?
Wouldn't have been enough. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
sell your potion, you get boots.
Oh yeah, I think that's what I do here.
Well, you see Jack's bot, so you're trying to punish his top side right now. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm trying to take his blue, but I don't end up being able to.
Yeah, I think this is just looking for too much. Like, even if this works, that's nice. But Renekton shouldn't have been here. You could have bursted him out a little bit harder.
I was scared he's just gonna like spam Q and then get the Q up or actually ulti.
Yeah, you definitely had time there, but that's whatever. Like I was saying though, I just would have recalled after the play, got my jungle item, went back to red, and then went for another top play probably.
Okay, yeah.
Because now you've wasted your ultimate and you're wasting red buff duration. And if the jungler's smart, he knows you're going bot side now. If I'm Jax, I know you're bot side right now, without ulti, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. Attack speed item Jax. This guy's a fucking beast.
Yeah, it was sad.
I mean, I know what you mean with what I say about just getting a mismatch going, but like it's Renekton with Ignite, so
I have to visit again, I think.
Maybe, yeah. I just don't see this working. You don't have all. It's just really ugly to force plays without ulti. Ugh. Just E, bro. Just E. Holy shit. That guy is smurfing. You die here?
No, I'm fine.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Jax is really bad this game, but I shouldn't have charmed Jax. I knew he was just gonna get away.
Okay.
Yeah, if I had ulti, I could have done so much more there.
Yeah, but if you would have recalled, you would have not been down here. I don't think. I think you would have went to your top side. So
true.
It's kind of not fair. I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Leona missed these, so it was fine. But yeah, it was my mistake.
Yeah. I think it's so unreliable that you kill Caitlyn there, but
yeah,
that I wouldn't have even went for that play. Whatever though, this is fine.
It's because I know you say like sometimes I have to know like the separation between a good player and bad player is like when to stop farming and just run straight for a play.
You're trying way too hard right now.
Okay.
This is, I mean, I guess maybe this works. Did we see Leona recall? Or are we just assuming?
Assuming. Oh no, we knew she recalled. Sorry. That's why we went for this play.
Holy fuck, your mid laner's so bad.
Yeah.
Alright, bro, just E her. Like, I know that you don't actually have to even ult here. You can just E her.
You're right.
Like, if you're standing on this side of the turret and she's right here, it'll work. Like, you're actually in E range when you ulted her.
I was, yeah.
You just, like, threw your Q out or some shit. But that's fine.
Leona started stunning me, so I got scared.
Yeah, for sure. And ending the play before it escalates and turns bad is pretty good, too. We spent a lot of time in this lane, though, which kind of sucks because all of our camp's been up this whole time. I mean, I don't know. You kind of just have to think about win conditions. Like, if Camille gets really far ahead of Renekton, then you kind of just went through splitting this game. Like, their ADC is 1-5. Like, clearly ganking that lane. Like, your ADC is 0-3. They're just bullshit players. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like redundant to keep going back to that lane unless you're going to take the tower. At this point, if I'm you right now, I'm either going to go bot with full force and take tower, or go top with full force and take tower. Your mid laner needs to be sacked. He's a terrible player. There's nothing you can do about it. But
I wanted to work off bot side because Pyke was doing really well. He was setting up ganks, so that's why I wanted to work off bot side. But
okay. So if we do this, check and see if our golds are there, then recall go bot. Because we're just looking for another play without ulti. How do they see you?
the ghost portal, I think, got scared away.
Holy shit, dude. That's some fucking awareness. Oh, you're fucking
killed
dead
me
as hell. Yeah. Oh, what? Oh. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Did he just not ult? Oh, it wasn't up yet.
It wasn't up, yeah.
Good lord. Okay, I mean, this is fine, but I just... Like, you're telling me you want to play off bot, but then you're just, like, running top without ulti. It just seems kind of weird. Like, you kind of just got to pick something and stick to it instead of trying to help everybody win. And I know since you're, like, autofilled, you're just trying to do your best, and you're trying to make sure that, like, you're just helping your team in the best way possible, but knowing, like, when to sacrifice pressure in some lanes and then helping out another is just it's just what you have to learn to do. And this game, I mean, you're against Renekton with Ignite, and you have a winning split push matchup later on. I probably would have just, like I said, I think if you just did that play topside, where you just recalled, grabbed your red, and went top again, you could have snowballed this game in your favor completely.
I agree.
But
yeah,
what you've done so far hasn't been that bad either. I don't want you to think that you're just playing like shit so far, because you're really not. It's kind of minimal mistakes that would, it's just that, like, you're getting kills and you're doing stuff, but you haven't really done anything. Like, we haven't gotten top ahead, we haven't really gotten bot ahead. We've kind of just attempted to even out the playing field in both lanes without actually pushing either of them over the edge. We've gotten ourselves fed, don't get me wrong. But if you're trying to snowball this game, you need to, instead of trying to spread out the pressure evenly, you need to completely dip it into one side. Yeah. Good. That was good.
Oh, this is fucked up right here. I ult, and then the tower still hits me.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
That was good for you not to wait for your charm. You could have used it a bit earlier, but you wanted to wait for your charm, but then you're just like, fuck it, I gotta use it now. So that was good. Obviously, you should have done it earlier, but that's not a big deal at all. And you're building into...
Morello.
Sure. Oh, he dies here.
Yeah, it's just really sad.
Because the issue with, like, building an item like Morello is that you just have 400 gold and you can't buy anything with it. That's like when I'm playing Evelyn, I'm just always buying items. Like, I would have bought an Amtome here, and I wouldn't have committed to my Morello purchase. I would have just sat on the flat pen.
And then what would you build here?
Maybe a Revolver. Like, I would have bought an Amtome.
Oh, yeah.
So I would have you just got to keep spending your gold on this champion, because you always just want to be the strongest as you can be at any point in time on this champion. You want to have as much AP as possible on this champion. It's just all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was here. I don't know what I was thinking.
Well, I mean, it's not even a big deal that you, like, die here or whatever. Well, it's a big deal that you die here, but there's no point in going here because all of your camps are up topside. So you should have cleared your camps differently if you're going to do this. If you're really going to do this, you should have went to Gromp first and then Wolves, because then it would have led you into your top camps. But this way you went to Gromp, you went to Wolves, and then to Gromp, and then what? You're going to cross back over Wolves and go all the way over your top side? That's fucking... Yeah. That's a waste of time. Do you die here?
No, I don't die. But, like, I shouldn't even have been here, I think. It's my fault.
How do you not die here? Oh. Yeah, there's no reason to be here, ever. Oh my god, you walk all the way around now? Yeah, you do. Good lord. Okay. Yeah, you just want to farm for your 11 right now. Hover your team when you have your ultimate, so I'd get red and just go mid probably. Or top if you want to dive top. You see Talon bot right now. It's not your job to hold him either, so... You either join your team, like, are you going to make it to this play? Probably not, right? So I'd go top for the dive, which is what you're doing, which is nice. Your bot lane is just going for a fucking A pass play. Like you can't really, even if you're here, I don't think you win this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. This is more guaranteed. Okay. Ooh, tough. That's a tough. It's a tough way to play that when he does that.
I think okay. I think queuing there is okay.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of like if I like okay.
You can't walk
If
in
I
and eat him.
yeah, if I chuck it and I hit it, then great. But if I miss it and he shows himself, I just spam Q and just hits him no matter what.
Yeah. No, that's fine. It's tough to play that scenario when they're smart enough to walk into the bush.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, hurry up and grab this. I wouldn't even clear this fully. I would just do these two and reset. Because you have enough for your Morello right now, so we're kind of just wasting time. You don't need this extra 100 gold. Cool. Or extra 60 gold.
I usually leave like the last 4 rocks up, like the small ones, if I'm moving somewhere else. But since I'm backing right there, I just finished it.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's okay. And I mean, I guess you can make an argument that since your ult's down, you're not going for anything urgently anyway. So
yeah,
that's not bad to do that. Camille should be bought. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. Right now, like, one of the really good things you can do as Evelyn, like, no pun intended, but just shadow your top laner. Like, constantly make plays around split pushing lanes, even in losing split push matchups, because they're going to be keen to fight it.
Yeah.
So you can just always be there, and you will always win that fight. So
Pike was, I think Pike made a call, like, after I backed, he said that to just group with him because he was really, really strong.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I figured, like, yeah, I'll just group with him, we'd probably win.
Sure.
But then, yeah, then Renekton and Jax are just... Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is here, like, I feel like Camille, like, just should not have, like, been this far behind, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, she's probably not a very good player, but...
Honestly, if she had beat Renekton in lane, I feel like we would have won this game.
I don't think she wins 1v1, though. And she got ganked, and then...
I don't know, I was playing with Rikin, IG Rikin, who's also in Camille, and he was against, like, a Jax, and the Jax actually won lane, but late game, he ended up beating him in split. Like, in, like, actually 1v1.
Yeah, that's how it works. Jax shits on her, I think, early. And then Camille can win later.
Oh, okay. I thought he just won at all stages.
I mean, I think it depends on how it's played. I think Jax can win later on, but Camille cannot win early.
Yeah.
I think. Could be wrong on that. I could be wrong. But ideally here, you're not really trying super hard to group.
Okay. Yeah, here what do I do? Like, okay, let's say I have ulti, I have everything.
You tell Camille to go into a side lane.
Okay.
And you play around her, because you guys aren't going to win a fight.
Okay. You're right. Yeah, I should.
Like if you're, because if she's split pushing and your team is 3 and you're invisible, the 3 don't know if the other team doesn't know if you're mid or if you're bot. Let's say Camille's bot, right? They don't know where you are, so they don't want to hard engage or anything. But they don't know if Renekton's there, so Renekton doesn't know what he can do either. But constantly forcing fights is kind of not what you want to do. If you're going to force fights, it's going to be in side lanes where you're making picks. It's not going to be full-fledged team fights.
Okay.
Unless you're just fat as fuck. If you're just massively fed, then you can just go for these insane plays where you're just like one-shotting 2 people at the same time, like constantly.
Yeah.
But if it's not a game like that, and you have a split push matchup that's going to win later on, then you want to keep Camille in side lane and you want to keep playing around her.
Okay, yeah.
Even if she's not playing very well right now, you are pretty strong and you can basically solo kill Renekton as is.
Okay.
So getting Camille an advantage would not be a bad idea here. But she keeps fucking grouping. I'm assuming you guys just keep telling her to group, so. But I wouldn't do that. I would just tell her to go side lane. Tell her to go bot, away from Baron. Like, Renekton's items are, like, not, like, he will get one shot. If you charm him, he's dead. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know how to play from behind, like, as a jungler, so. I know now, so just shadow Camille when she's splitting.
Like, what the fuck? She should be bot. That's so stupid. Because you can't go bot by yourself. So you need to be telling her, Camille, yo, go bot. Let me help you push bot.
Yeah.
They can't really do Baron that easily. They don't have a ton of damage. Caitlyn doesn't do it that well. So, but we're just still looking for these random ass 5v5s, which is super pointless. While Renekton gets huge. It's so stupid. Like, it's just need to have some sort of sense of shot calling.
Yeah.
Like, this is a simple macro play that, like, I don't think requires that much game knowledge to call for. I don't think it takes a lot of, like, it's very hard for them to tell where Evelyn is, and you win pretty much you will win 2v1 every single time in bot lane. Even a 2v2, if you can land a charm, you will instantly delete one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I just don't like the idea of fights like this. This could be good, though.
Luna was owning me the entire fight, so I couldn't do anything. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh yeah, I fucking died too. Yeah, I just hear like I wanted to get coaching because I just don't know what to do. Like I feel like I've improved my early pathing just by watching you.
Yeah.
But then like as a mid laner, I know what to do early game, mid game to like snowball or I either even come back. But as a jungler, I just feel like I'm just a sitting duck walking around the map.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, I type out game plans all the time to my teammates, like all the time.
Yeah.
I always try to tell them what to do and stuff like that. Like this game, I would have been typing fucking stories to this Camille and why she should be split pushing.
Yeah.
Because constantly fighting over and over again is just not the way to win this game. You just, yeah. I mean, I've already said it a million times, so I don't need to keep reiterating it. But
if I could put it this way, like, what if you're okay? Let's say, what if like you're not the gold lead's not like 10K, like what if the gold lead's big, like they have a gold lead, and if you're just trading 2 for 3, 3 for 2, 4 for 2, 3 for 3, sooner or later, wouldn't you end up catching back up?
Technically, but if you're down that far, you're probably not constantly trading 2 for 3. That's kind of optimistic in my opinion. Like if you're down that much gold and you keep even trading, then I think someone on their team might be account sharing. Like, I don't.
So here, like the even trading thing that we keep doing, where we just run and fight, is just not optimal.
I mean, that would only be good if you're outscaling them.
Oh, you're right.
At this point, but let's say you're behind, it's even more incentive to again have Camille go into the side lane because you personally are strong and you can help kill Renekton, and that will get you back in the game because every single time you kill the Renekton, it slows the game down for the rest of the team.
You're right. Yeah.
And that's how you get back into games. You slow the game down, but we haven't even tried that once. And I'm assuming it's never going to happen throughout this entire game.
It's never going to happen. I never thought about it.
Look like he's just coming back now. Because we're just still fighting. If we just let Camille get into his side lane and start pushing, this game would be way easier.
They just have so much agency to pick off my team that like...
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah,
I mean, Pike can go in and get wards pretty easily by himself, but...
Like, Syndra against... Like, especially, that's what I'm saying. Like, the reason I was so frustrated with this game, I got coaching especially for this one, is because I don't know what I could have done. Because... Like, I have a mid laner who one-tricks Zoe, so he doesn't actually know how to play a control mage. He doesn't know how to position.
Yep.
And so he just gets caught over and over again.
Yeah, you're against a Talon and Leona, and their Talon is a bunch of kills. Like, and you have a shit team. Like, I know this is a bad game, but like they're not. It's hard if you can just like I know it's not always gonna happen, and I'm not saying it always will, but that doesn't mean you don't try to make it happen. Like,
yeah,
you know, guys play safe. I'm just gonna shadow Camille.
Yeah,
we will kill Renekton, and Camille will start getting items that way. And it'll get to a point where she will just crush him 1v1. Holy shit, that guy's smurfing. But that's your win con. Randomly bashing your heads together over and over again is not going to win this game. Unless you just get fucking lucky and get an ace somehow, and you get Baron. Yeah. That's what our win con is by playing like this.
I see.
So it's just, and I know like shot calling from a role that you don't play is probably not that easy of a thing to do, but Evelyn is super, super, super good at following up side lanes and just waiting. Oh, now Camille's starting to split push, and she's gone. Now it's just a case of too little, too late. Obviously.
Yeah, now the game's just over at this point. At this point, they're just too far ahead in gold after getting Baron.
Yeah, probably.
So,
Good try.
I forgot he could just hop over. General question: if I'm jungling and the enemy starts getting ahead, that means I lose a lot of jungle camps and I start falling behind in CS.
Yep.
Do I try to look for farm elsewhere in a lane, or do I just force?
I would force most of the time. Like, try to take what you can get, but you have to know when to concede. It's just when they are taking your camps, when you do have an opening where you know you aren't going to get counter ganked, you need to go hard.
Yeah.
Like, if you know their enemy jungler is taking your top side, like, just go hard in bot lane. Like, force the dive. Like, you have to try. Otherwise, you're just not going to come back. But that is the right idea, to just straight up force. Just constantly try to make plays away from the enemy jungler.
Okay. Do you always like in this situation, in this fight, would you flank from behind or flank? Because I always sit like in the sort of in the back. So would you like, as Evelyn in a team fight, you would always, because I've seen you either flash from within your team onto them and then all backwards, or go from behind. So when you know which one to do which.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he would just get fucking.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see how this is playing out. I mean, I'd probably walk over here for one. Obviously, you'd get spotted by the pink, so you can't at this point. That's what you were trying to do, which is nice.
Yeah, I saw the pink.
No, I think what you're doing here is fine.
I see a fucking murdered.
I mean, I think what you did here is fine. Like, you see Renekton, so you gotta go for him. Like, you don't have enough AP to just one shot any of their backline at this point, so.
Okay.
Yeah, what you're doing here is fine. Just unlucky one shot. Better Zonya's wins, I guess. You just have that item, but it just doesn't matter. I mean, this stage, it's kind of hard. I'd have to see more scenarios if you really wanted to see how I would play them, but for this one, I would have done what you just did, and then I would have also simultaneously lost right there, and we would have lost the game, so.
Okay.
You got fucking Uncle Jamal out here just 1v9ing, so.
800 LP player, by the way. He's actually like, he's actually.
I know, it's so bad. Jesus. I mean, this game isn't bad. I could see why you'd be frustrated with this game, because you're like, you were like kind of fed early. You felt like you got your top lane ahead. You went bot a couple times, and then your mid lane inted. So like, what are you gonna do?
Does Jax really deserve this win? Like,
right. I said, I think if you pushed the top lane fight a bit harder, you would have had a way better chance at winning this game. Or if you push the bot lane, but I see Camille versus Renekton, and I'm like, okay, if this guy gets an item lead, it's game over. Like, this guy's gonna crush, because I know I can shadow him later on, and 2v2 we win every single time.
Okay. So yeah, my idea was really bad. My idea is literally just like, okay, top lane doesn't have an impact on the game. I'm just gonna go bot.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's like you kind of have to pick something and you have to roll with it. It's kind of like you'll see games where I'm playing on stream where like I'll be going top and it isn't working, but I don't just go, okay, time to go bot now. It's kind of like you've already invested so much time into that lane, you have to make it work. Like, it's your job to make it work. If it doesn't work, then you're going to lose the game. You can't spend the first 8 minutes of the game in top lane and then realize that it doesn't work and then try to make bot lane work. It doesn't work like that. If it isn't working, you got to just try, and you have to all in it. A lot of people don't like that idea because, well, they don't understand that you just can't switch pressure like that. I mean, you technically can, but if you're clearing camps in a certain way where they're spawning, where they're always going to end topside, it's hard to switch to going bot side unless you're going to clear your camps in a non-conventional way, in my opinion. I would just really try to make sure that your plays are working, and instead of like it looked like you were ganking way too much this game. There was like 3 scenarios that which pointed out where I think you were just doing too much. Um, that's why, like, boom, you recalled after that top play, you give your jungle item really early, you get your red buff, and you go and hit top again, and you're just gonna one shot him. You don't even have your
At that
ulti,
point, the
but
game's over. Renekton just dies again.
yeah, he just keeps dying, and he's ignite. Like, what the fuck is he gonna do?
True.
But when you
Yeah, I didn't realize
when
that.
you just try to spread it all across the entire map while someone's getting fucking pounded, like you have to create your own Talon basically.
Mhm.
Like unfortunately, Camille isn't Talon by himself, but if you give him enough kills, he will eventually get there. And you're also getting golden at the same time.
You're right.
So, like, unfortunately, in this game, your mid laner was just trash, and your top laner just wasn't that good. But I definitely, yeah, I think you just need to get into a different mentality when it comes to winning games. It's not about winning. It's not about everyone being ahead. It's just about getting that one guy ahead, and you and him
Yeah.
working together to win the game.
Okay. So like this game, you said okay, like after I gank top again, back red, gank top again.
Yep.
What do I do after that? Do I
When you take
like,
you would
after-
you would
after-
ideally take tower after that, and then you could get Camille to come to dragon with you. You could get Camille to come bot again with you. Renekton can't
Okay.
farm anymore. Like he doesn't
Yeah,
know
'cause
if
I
you're
was gonna
there.
ask, like,
He doesn't know
yeah,
if
I was
you're
gonna
there.
ask, like, then do I go bot? Then yeah, okay.
I mean, you could Camille can start shoving out waves, then roaming mid, so your Cinder stops inting so hard. You go for Herald and stuff. You just got to start working with your players a little bit
Okay.
more.
Yeah, I need to like get an advantage and then like get that advantage further. I think
Yeah,
that's- yeah.
because you know how like bot laners are like so keen on like they get the tower. Okay, guys, let's lane swap. It's like like top. There isn't really a thing for top lane yet. Like people haven't really picked up what top lane does yet. But a lot of times, and this is something that when I was on MLGB and it was when we were getting coached with TF Blade, like I used to,
Yeah.
when we and him were on the team together, our coach was like, okay, after you set up your play in top side, Oshkon and Luke just recall, and Oshkon just walk bot. You just fucking walk bot. You could force a 4-man dive bot, especially when this guy doesn't have TP. You just 4-man that shit. What the fuck are they gonna do?
You're right. Yeah.
You're 4-manning with a fat ass Camille. And I mean, to this day, I still see TF Blade doing that shit. As soon as you get the tower, just go for something or walk mid. Just try to get your top laner to get active in the game.
Okay.
And then when you're playing with bot lane, I mean, shit, everyone up from D5 and up knows to basically swap lanes after they get early tower. Right? It's pretty common. Everyone knows that. But top laners, they don't know what to do.
Okay.
So
yeah, this Camille was like a clueless monkey after she got soloed by Renekton.
yeah. So I mean, a lot of the way that I play the game revolves around telling people how to play, like shot calling them.
Okay. Okay.
Obviously, you don't want to be a dick about it, but just be like, yo, like let's try to make a bot play, and they're gonna be more inclined to listen to you after you help them kill the guy 3 times, right? They're not gonna argue with you about it. So, I mean, obviously sometimes they will, but I'm speaking like generally they won't. So.
Okay. Also, when to get Mobies over Sork shoes?
I mean that's if I just have boots and I back with 600 gold, I'll get it. There's really no other criteria. It's just what am I gonna buy with 600 gold? Okay, might as well move faster. That's it.
Okay.
I'm not just like, ooh, this is a nice Mobies game. It's like, okay, I always try to leave base with 0 gold on Evelyn. Obviously, it's unrealistic, but yeah. I'm gonna run it down faster. But no, always try to leave the base with 0 gold on Evelyn.
Okay. Yeah, I see.
So, yeah.
I really appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, man, it was good talking to you. And if you have another game in the future that you want to go over, or if you want to do a live game, we could totally do that.
Yeah, I'll probably do a live game next time.
All right, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you don't mind if I upload this?
I don't mind.
All right, cool. Well, I'll talk to you later, dude.
All right. See ya.
Peace out.